Me, I'm gonna throw a little hissy fit.
Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
This week, on the Tower of Technobabble, Daggor joins us as we learn some surprising things about Kentucky Slim, and then the meatbags take a personality test and see how they stack up against fictional characters. Spoiler alert, there's not a Kirk in the bunch of them. They then go into why dogs are like raiilguns when doing their business, and why the Conduit is breaking up with Bigfoot shows. Warning for the squeamish, there's a lot of poop in those last two stories. Welcome to the Tower of Technobabble.
Hey, Paul, you need to sign my time card. Here you go.
Wait a minute. No, wait.
No.
For what?
No, man.
You haven't worked a day in your life here.
Man, we all have fun on this podcast doing our good-natured ribbing. I get that, but seriously, you've got to sign my time card. I've got bills to pay and mouths to feed, so I really just need you to sign it.
Who's ribbing? Who's good-natured?
Well, we do.
There's no way.
I know you're standing there just pretending you don't know anything about my time card, and you're just pretending you're not going to sign it. I get
this is a joke, right?
It's all good fun. But
you're joking me.
Seriously,
right? This is sort of a comedic switcheroo type of thing where this is really the laugh is on me.
It is state law that I need to get paid for all of the hours I do on this here make-believe radio. And, okay, you haven't signed my time card yet for this week. So, and Dave told me that it was your turn to sign for this week. So, seriously,
this week?
Paul.
How long has this been going on? No way.
Well, I've got mouths to feed.
I'm having a part of it.
Tell him he has to sign my time card, Dave.
Is this for your community service thing?
No,
I told you not to pee on the cop car, and you did it anyway.
I am
not empowering you.
I am an employee. I'm
not empowering you.
Technobabble LLC, Inc., from Omaha.
Sure.
Does that exist?
Nevada. Yeah, dude, you cannot refuse to sign my time card. It's against state law.
Oh, challenge accepted.
I'm just saying that there will be consequences, okay? I mean, you don't want a strike on your hands, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Remember that time I asked you to pick up those socks and you wouldn't do it? Yeah, good job. Good job. Let me pay you for that.
On my break.
That's what I mean. The man does not know what work is.
Sure, you pee on the cop car, then you hide behind the law. That's a lot of nerve.
So what you're saying is you guys aren't going to sign my time card?
I'm not signing anything. I'm not being legally responsible.
All right, okay, that's it. I'm just going to, I refuse to do the podcast tonight. I'm just going to go over there and sit there and you'll see how bad I'm going to
go sit in the corner of the round room.
Yeah. I refuse to say another word. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Over where?
You'll be sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over here in the corner.
Where? Which corner?
It's in a round room. He'll be there doing that for hours. All right, Norma Ray, that's fine.
Anyway, welcome to Season 4, Episode 3 of the Tower of Technobabble.
Let's see.
I am Kentucky Slim.
I'm the Conduit. We're showing up for work on time and under budget, but we need a third. I'm not kowtowing to him. Towerbot, use the transporter.
How's it on strike too? What the hell are you talking about?
He's not on strike. He's equipment.
All right, he's a tool.
Just two people. Ha!
Hit it, Towerbot, go.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey.
Oh, is Peter? Is he in the corner?
Yeah.
So you need a scab.
You know what that means.
How do you feel about scabbing?
Oh, scab, sure. Doctor Who, Bigfoot. Okay, I'm good.
Who are you guys talking to?
None of your business.
Yeah, you're on strike. Go on strike.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
You just hold your sign and you just worry about that.
Power to the people, right on.
All right.
Is that Brian?
It's not me here. No. Hey guys, I am not Daggor. I'm here to change the filter on Motebot. It's an upgrade to handle 4-methylcyclohexane methanol. The chatter up the river is there have been some gator kills. So he's going to shut off the intake from the river for the next 2 days. You do not need to be a few gators down right now. It is a seller's market.
That's true. And also the gators are home defense.
To be a podcast plumber? What are you guys talking about? Hey,
we're going to Towerbot's special
right.
letter.
I think it's time we go to a letter.
I don't think you should go on without.
Yes. Here we go.
What are you guys doing over there?
Oh, boy.
Tonight on
Tread Shoe Diaries.
Are you guys doing that Towerbot letter part?
All right, so I'm opening up this latest letter.
Wait, don't read yet. Okay. All right, I'm back. Okay. Hey, the email might be about me, and I didn't want to miss it. So,
Man, broke the back of that union pretty quick, didn't we?
Wow. That's
hey, Brian.
Oh, hi, Repeater. I just walked in the room.
Hey, good to see you, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, likewise.
It's only awkward if we let it be.
All right. Well,
Denial.
okay. All right. So anyway, moving along. So I just opened this letter here, and it says, "Dear Towerbot." So it's covered in some oily residue.
what is that?
Dear Towerbot, I think Kentucky Slim has really dreamy eyes.
Well, yeah.
Can you give me his phone number, turn-ons, and interest outside of the tower?
I do lose
Alicia.
myself in your eyes sometimes.
Alicia in Sioux City, Iowa. Well, yeah. I don't.
That wasn't about me at all. Why'd I bother coming back?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Dear Alicia. He really does have dreamy eyes, doesn't he? Sometimes, late at night, I go and while he's sleeping, shoot him with a heavy tranquilizer, pry open his eyelids and look at them for hours. I also do tests. You know, for science. I'm not allowed to give out his phone number, not after the Great Rush Limbaugh fiasco of 2007. I can, however, tell you that he's slightly lactose intolerant, and that his turn-ons include long walks on the beach, cuddling with playful puppies, writing long-form free-verse poems about lighthouse keepers and cheating at crossword puzzles and then trying to convince everyone he did them in ink without a mistake.
Hey.
His turn-offs include
Well, that
heights,
is true.
pushy people who have an H in their names, and waking up during late-night scientific experiments when I didn't use enough tranquilizers. His blood type is A negative. His social security number is 845-662557.
Wait.
His credit score is a respectable 745, and his Visa credit card number is 4916857154260.
Oh, you should say that.
Expiration date is July 2015, and the CVV code on the back is 551.
don't give that.
Maybe you can buy him something nice. I've put his entire genome on the tower's website, by the way. If
Well, that's
science
where I
makes
draw
a
the
couple of
line.
breakthroughs, you can grow your own Kentucky Slim in the near future. Hope that helps. Love, Towerbot.
So there's going to be a lot of hipsters growing their own artisan Kentucky Slims.
I don't think he's ever been that helpful in his entire existence.
I know, you're right.
That's
It's a
amazing.
good thing I've been drinking since 9 a.m. this morning.
Oh, he's also slightly alcoholic. We'll just throw that out.
So apparently, Paul, you don't like people with H's in their names. My last name has a silent H. Does that count?
He hates
It's
you
not-
silently.
It's not all that silent.
Well, I
That's right.
try not to emphasize it because I know it bothers you.
It would be a hard C if it wasn't.
Towerbot did mention that you like bear skin on your bare skin, but that's not a secret, really.
Well, everyone knows that.
Well, that's just on his Wikipedia page. So
Pretty much, all that stuff is true.
Well, listen, audience, while Paul calls his credit card company and gets his number changed, you can write into the Towerbot and ask him about any of us, like me even.
There's something very suspicious. Go ahead.
At towergram@gmail.com. Or Brian will tell you the phone number.
That's 502-2-Tower-2.
you're pathetic, Ben.
It's a free call to the United States. So.
Just freaking pathetic.
So
I'm not getting paid to remember it. So.
it is very interesting that he had all that information about me, and I shopped at Target between the date of December 12th or November 26th and December whatever.
Yes, he very well might have 70 million credit card numbers, and he just gave yours.
I know. He's just revealing mine. Jerk. Actually, he planned the whole thing. He just for that. Just for mine.
Hey, he commits to the bit, man.
Beware, world. Beware.
Well, that's the freaking truth.
Yeah.
Don't it make his dreamy eyes blue? What?
Well, I think part of it is the bitter breakup of the band you and Towerbot formed last time.
That's true. I'll bet Alicia sent in that letter because she saw you doing that suck your blood video. But also, Paul, you know, you and Towerbot dropped that really hot number from last week. Hey, Towerbot, play it.
Oh yeah, that's my jam.
Bow da dun dun. Da da da. Dun 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 dun. Dur 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 dun.
Aw, yeah.
Bow do 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 do. You can expect more of that in the years to come.
God, they love you in Germany.
You know, I think Alicia might be Alicia Keys.
Ooh.
Alicia in Sioux City, Iowa might be Alicia Keys.
She might be in tour. See if a tour goes through Sioux City.
It might be. It's very likely not, but it could be.
So what was that song about? Like, what was the deeper meaning? Was it a protest song?
It's a little bit about, you know, Dur.
Yeah.
And then slightly more so about done.
See, I like the
Okay.
done. I like the done. The done speaks to me. The dur will
Yeah.
get you in the door, but the done really sells the deal.
Right. The Dur is sort of the gateway to a wider, more prolific done.
All right.
Done makes corn. Moving on.
Yes, please.
I've avoided so many of those.
Come, let's talk it over. Don't be shy. Come down to my discussion pit.
All right.
I was afraid for this.
I didn't know we were doing that today. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the discussion about?
I'm almost afraid to bring it up now after all this far for all.
Ah, there it comes.
Yes, we kludge the best we can.
Well,
From bronze to gold in 60 seconds.
no, actually, I think it's the reverse of that, actually.
When we hit brown, just bail out.
All right.
It's a clumsy or inelegant solution to a problem.
Discussion pit. What are we pitting tonight?
We're talking about personalities or lack thereof tonight.
Well,
That said a lot about my personality.
that is a very broad topic, isn't it?
Yes, well, we're gonna knock it down a little bit.
Wait a minute. Isn't personality what you say someone has when they're not pretty? Is this going to be
What?
like a backhanded kind of insult
You
to
have the
us?
cutest personality ever.
What?
Oh. Saying someone has a good personality is the kiss
What?
of death on the dating scene.
It's worse than a sense of humor.
You try to go to Match.com and try to get a date based solely on your great personality and see what happens.
This is a sidetrack, but did you follow the adventures of the girl who purposely tried to make the worst Match.com profile ever?
Yes.
But she had a cute picture. One of her friends is a model, so she put the model's picture with this really awful profile.
Yeah.
Just to see if anybody would take her up on it. And
Yeah, tons of people.
Yeah. And then she went, I was like, okay, well, surely if I contact them and continue to be awful, they'll, catch on. No, she told somebody he had too many teeth. She wanted to pull one. She mentioned that she liked to pretend she was pregnant and then hit him up for child support, but when she wasn't. Just that sort of thing.
But she still got.
Oh, yeah.
It's because she used a model as the profile picture. If she had used someone ordinary looking like me, no one would have written it.
I would have.
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. I used to work with a guy that actually did that also. Just the opposite sex version of that exact same scenario.
You mean he made a fake profile online for?
He used his own picture because I'll be honest, he's an attractive man. But
I'm listening.
but he created this fake fake profile, and it was just like the worst possible thing that you could imagine anybody saying to anybody, you know, like, I'm a Nazi and I, you know, cook babies over a pit, you know, I mean, it was terrible, and he still got hits off of it.
But he can play the guitar.
Because he's attractive. See?
I mean, obviously, he didn't respond to any of those. He didn't capitalize on it, is what I should say.
Well, he has a plan B, apparently, so.
Anyhow.
Okay, what do we...
Okay, if you notice in your packets that I gave you before we sat down tonight, I asked you to take a small...
Yeah.
Yes, you did it.
Oh, okay.
We all took the myers-briggs personality analysis.
Right.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Wait,
I thought it was applying for a job.
Sorry, Brian, you didn't get it.
I thought this was called the Kiersey temperament sorter.
Well, it's called lots of different things, but basically what it does is it breaks personality types down into 4 categories and then grades you on a continuum in those categories. So, for instance, one of them is, do you prefer to focus on the outer world or your own inner world? You're either an extrovert, an E, or an introvert, an I. That's the first letter. It's either E or I. The second letter is information. Do you prefer to focus on the basic information you take in, or do you prefer to interpret and add meaning? The former is sensing. The latter is intuition. S or N, since I was already taken. The third is decisions. When making decisions, do you prefer to look at logic and consistency, or first look at the people and special circumstances? This is called thinking, T, or feeling, F. And finally, structure. In dealing with the outside world, do you prefer to get things decided, or do you prefer to stay open to new information and options? This is called judging, J, or perceiving, P, which gives you 16 different personality types of all the combinations. An ISTJ, an ENTJ, an INPT, TP, sorry. So, we all took this. We all took it. Yes. We all are pigeonholed now.
So, and just to give the audience some background here, the test, it was like 75 questions, right? And it was like these either or scenarios, right? And
the trick is to answer them from the gut, like,
yeah,
not to think about it too hard.
Basically, don't answer the questions based on how you think society would expect you to answer. Answer how you would automatically, your like gut reaction. Can you give some sample questions just so the audience can kind of get a hand of this?
I sure can. It would be, it's worse to be a softie or hard-nosed. Do you prefer final unalterable statements or tentative preliminary statements? When in charge, do you tend to be firm and unbending, or forgiving and lenient? That sort of thing.
Yeah. So basically, you had to just click either hard nose or softy, whatever was your first reaction. Then it all kind of, and then the magic personality computer gets it all up, adds it all up, and tells you what your personality is, right?
Right.
If I basically got it, okay.
Yeah. And so what people have done online is to take these 16 personality types and assign them to fictional characters or people from history, so you can feel better about yourself.
Or worse.
Or worse, sure. That's an option too. So I thought it'd be fun to take this test, and then we can all talk about how good or bad we feel about it.
By the way, and will the link to the test be on the top? Okay, because it's a free test to take, which was the only reason I did it.
I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
I accidentally took the test in Espanol. So I'm a little uncertain about my answers.
You're going to have saucy south of the border flair to you.
So the results say that you are muy caliente.
A menudo los niños.
Well, my favorite part about this is at the beginning of the test, it says that it's based on the Kiersey temperament theory published in the best-selling book Please Understand Me by Dr. David Kiersey, and is also outlined further in Please Understand Me Part 2 by Dr. David Kiersey. So I thought it was funny because I guess nobody understood him in his first book, Please Understand Me.
Continue to understand me.
Yeah. He should have called the second one. God damn it! Please understand me.
Man, the N stands for needy, I think.
Yeah, I know.
So how do y'all want to do this? You want to do this round robin? Do you want to take turns? I have, okay, for the sorters I have are Marvel characters, Lord of the Rings.
Wait a minute. What are we doing?
We're going to take our personalities and compare them to various charts. One of them is Marvel characters, one is Lord of the Rings characters, one is Star Wars characters, and then we have a general.
Okay.
So we can see how we stack up against our.
You did take the test, right? I mean, you've got your score, right?
Yes, I've got it here in front of me. I don't have the answers to each individual question.
No. All we need is to know what type of personality you are.
We just need those four letters. That
I know what I am. I know what I've got.
Why don't we start with our guest, our scab caster, Brian.
Trademark, registered trademark, copyright.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Scabcaster. I think they have to add one to the Marvel personality profiles now.
Okay, so what do you just wanted to go down the list?
Yeah, Brian, what are you?
He gets to pick.
Yeah.
Well, the first one I saw when it popped up on Facebook was the Marvel chart, and I am.
What are you? What is your test result? You know?
My test results. Well, first of all, it came up 100% introvert. So
all right.
that was enough right there. But it goes further. It says I am the INFJ type.
So
the counselor.
The counselor. Yeah. And in the Marvel chart, what does the Marvel chart say again? Let's see. We got your Captain America. You have your Doctor Strange. And oh, wait, I am Groot.
Hey, Groot's cool.
I am Groot. No, well, Groot's cool. But here's where I start calling shenanigans. Can I call shenanigans? Or do you want people to go around and
no, you can go ahead and call shenanigans. Go on.
Okay. Cause if you look at the Marvel chart, I can see that they spread out some good characters to all of them because if you ask me, being an INFJ is no picnic. So Groot, yeah, I'm a Groot, but they throw in like, hey, buddy, you could be Captain America if you want to be. No, I can't. An introvert at the level I am at would never ever be Captain America. If you're on the Star Wars, you're the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did you ever see
spoilers?
Well, spoilers. Okay. In Star Wars, did you ever see Obi-Wan Kenobi go back to his hut and eat Oreos for 24 hours?
Hey, he lived in that hut for 20 years waiting for Luke to grow a pair.
Why don't we read the INFJ report on Obi-Wan Kenobi, the counselor? It says here it is that the counselor personality type is introspective, caring, sensitive, and complex. Would you say, Daggor, that you are all of those things?
They've described me to a T.
Okay. Do you strive for peace and seek to develop and guide others?
No, I want everyone to leave me alone.
Okay, see, so, and this is totally Obi-Wan Kenobi did not strive for peace. He strove to tear down the government. He was like a crazy guy in Montana in his shack,
Star Wars.
Okay. So basically what we're saying is that there are areas of gray.
Yeah, I think sometimes these charts try to give everyone a trophy here when there is no trophy in my box. Sorry.
Hey, according to the Lord of the Rings, you are...
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Reveal that because some of us might have the same score.
Oh yeah, I don't want to because
you're just blowing through these.
Come on.
I didn't realize how we were doing.
Pick a genre and stick to it.
Well, we're all piling on Brian now, so I'm just telling him what.
Yeah. So back to Obi-Wan here. Obi-Wan lives his life with great purpose, devoted to the causes he believes in or they believe in, characterized by the ability to connect with the essence of others and to identify their strengths. Yes. And it makes me go home and eat Oreos.
Well, that doesn't say you don't do that.
I've always said that was a very annoying trait about you, Brian. From the minute you meet anyone, you're telling them how great they are and how strong they are, and it just turns people off.
Do you know how much pressure that puts on somebody?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you feel like having to be great.
It's like, back off, Mr. Transformer.
Crap, maybe I can do it, but maybe I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to sit down and eat Oreos.
I know that I sure as hell can't, so I'm going
to value self-control and the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's spread the pain here a little bit. Paul, what are you?
Okay.
Wait. Question.
Yeah.
So are we saying who we are? Are we going around just according to one chart, and then we're going to a different sci-fi genre?
Let's do that because
Okay.
there are different genres. It's hard. It's going to be a big pile up if we do it all. at once,
okay.
so.
For example, I am also an INFJ.
No way. We got
I don't believe you. No way.
So,
Wow.
which is why I didn't want you to go too far. Otherwise, I wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Sorry.
You are such an Obi-Wan Kenobi, man.
So
Well,
do you
I
have
kind
Brian?
of like the idea
It's
of
his dreamy eyes.
of being a Galadriel.
Hey, that's good.
She has dreamy eyes. Yeah.
She does have dreamy eyes. In fact, that's all she has. That's all she is. She's just eyes. They pour into your soul. She is devoted, innovative, individualistic, loyal, compassionate, deep, harmonious, conceptual, reserved, warm, visionary, intense, creative, insightful, sensitive, determined, committed, private, motivator, empathetic, holistic, imaginative, original, deliberate, and independent.
See, are they getting? I never read the novels. Did they get all? I mean, because from the movies, I didn't get a lot of that.
No,
Well-
in the novels, she's all like ethereal and angelic.
Right,
you know,
right,
and it's
yeah.
like, boring.
Yeah, well, they moved around a lot, so she was kind of like an army brat. It's true. It's true.
She learns to
just
make her own
watched-
fun.
It's the reason it's very important that I am Galadriel because I just finished watching all of the extended versions of the movies while referring to the Silmarillion and the sort of the handbook guide to Middle Earth. So I was going back through like all the backstories of all the characters as I was watching the movies over the last 3 days. 11 and a half hours later, I am Galadriel.
See, you should have taken this test before and then taken it after and see if your personality actually changed.
I was going to ask about the dress, but no, it makes sense.
No,
I disagree because remember that one time we were drunk and I offered you a ring of power and you snatched it right up. You couldn't get it fast enough, man.
I failed the test.
Yeah. Hey, he's the counselor, not the doer.
Okay.
Right. Well,
It's like the guidance.
One retest, or you flay.
Yeah. It's like the guidance counselor can make you be a rocket scientist, but the guidance counselor is a guidance counselor.
Well, this
yeah,
is really
maybe
interesting.
after seeing the movies, maybe I'll retake the test.
This is really interesting. We got two guys here who scored the exact same thing. Should we just stay on you guys? And okay, so in the
let's
wait a minute. So in the Marvel, Paul, you as well are Captain America and.
I feel
John
kind of
Gray.
more like Captain America than I do Galadriel, but it's
More of a Doctor Strange, don't you think?
Yeah, I would totally peg you as Doctor Strange, really.
really.
Yeah. Kind of got the book learning thing going.
It's the mustache, honestly. That's what it is.
And the eye of Amato.
I like Doctor Strange. Don't get me wrong.
And the salt, pepper hair. Oh, that is dignified, man.
dignified. Is it distinguished?
Distinguished.
Actually, you know what? There's a line in the Marvel thing that describes you to a T, Polly. Often mistaken as an extrovert, but is really a private individual. That is
No doubt.
Wow.
That is it. You've got it. You've got it. Actually, whenever I took the test, before I even looked at any of this, any of these character connections,
Yeah.
and I looked at the results of the test, just what it told me, it was actually pretty spot on. I kind of thought. I just sort of compared it to, gosh, what was it? Do you have the link for it? All the different ones, like what each one means? For, I'm sorry, where is it?
What do you mean? You mean the...
There it is. Seek meaning, INFJ. Seek meaning and connection in ideas, relationships, and material possessions. Want to understand what motivates people and are insightful about others. Conscientious and committed to their firm values. Develop a clear vision about how best to serve the common good. Organized and decisive in implementing their vision. Well, that's kind of right.
Yeah.
It just depends on which website you're checking for the definition of each.
And I do know that you had a thing for the Jean Grey in the one movie because There was that one night where you
Did
and
I?
John, you and John were watching the movie in French, and you both thought that Jean Grey was really nice. In the French language.
French is a very attractive language. I mean, come on.
And she keeps dying in the Marvel Universe, but she's a linchpin of the whole thing, so.
Wow.
You never know.
We got 2 Obi-Wan Kenobis and
Ben,
2
what are you?
Doctor Strange. Well, actually, Dave, why don't you go first?
All right. I turned out to be an ISFJ.
An ISF. Wait, ISFJ.
I'm right next to you, actually. On
ISFJ.
top row.
Quiet, friendly, responsible, and conscientious, committed and steady in meeting their obligations, thorough, painstaking, and accurate. Thank God. Loyal, considerate, notice, and remember specifics about people who are important to them, which is the exact opposite of me. Concerned with how others feel, strive to create an orderly and harmonious environment at work and at home.
Yeah. Basically, I'm the guy who turns the bolts and makes sure the power goes on in the morning.
You're the protector,
Reliably.
the guardian protector, and
That's a much nicer way of putting it, yes.
So those are all words. Give us examples of your personality on these charts here.
Okay, well, in the Star Wars, I would be C-3PO.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm not all that happy with that, really. Honestly, I kind of take umbrage to C-3PO being the protector. He's basically programmed to do that. He doesn't have a personality. He's acting out his programming.
Well, that's not necessarily true. We don't know how things operate a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
That's very true.
Yeah, we do. We got movies that tell us.
Well, that's a bit unfair, but okay.
Oh, by the way, it turned out I was a complete 10 on the introvert scale, too. So,
Yeah.
so Brian, you and me can go and not talk to anybody.
Both
I think we
redline it.
I think we need to change the name of the podcast to Tower of Introverts.
A very quiet podcast.
The closet of Well, okay, yeah. So you're 3PO. Yay. That's the most exciting action figure.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Who are you in Lord of the Rings?
I would be Samwise Gamgee. Dutiful, supportive, gentle, practical, kind, meticulous, cautious, friendly, thoughtful, patient, realistic, committed, conscientious, concrete, devoted, responsible, diligent, considerate, detailed, sensitive, dependable, traditional, organized, cooperative, and loyal.
Share the load.
Basically a Labrador Retriever.
Share the load, Mr. Frodo.
I might not be able to carry the ring, but I can carry you.
Oh, God, I just broke up at that. I was in tears. The man is a saint.
He is.
Dave's a saint.
Aw.
Yeah.
As are you, Dave.
Aw,
Yeah.
thanks.
You
A
are.
saint.
You are meticulous. I've always said that about people. Ask me on the street, "What's that Conduit guy really like?" And I'm like, you know what? He's meticulous.
Oh, whenever
And I
anyone,
don't think at all when I say it.
when I get that question, I tell them if you lift up his shirt, you can see wires and junk in his tummy.
Yeah. Well, that's just because of the
His legs
accident.
don't match.
That's just because of the accident.
He's so sensible, he's practically a robot.
Shut up.
Time for your oil bath, Dave.
It's funny on the Marvel personality profiles. They have a pretty wide range in the ISFJ. It's got Hawkeye. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's actually I would take. I don't know. I don't really agree with that. But it's got Wolverine.
How can Wolverine and C-3PO have the same personality?
Yeah, see,
The Guardian.
that's the shenanigans I'm talking about. They spread out the good guys so no one feels like a loser.
But like, okay.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
I mean, one of them is an effeminate robotic wussy, and the other one is a big burly masculine alpha male. And the only thing that they have in common is that they both wear yellow. I don't see the connection, man. I really don't.
But they're measuring their personality and temperament, not necessarily their.
This is much more a temperament scale than a personality scale, I'd say.
Yes, I agree.
And the in the Marvel
Like how you react to certain situations, and yes.
In the Marvel breakdown, it says loyal, committed, and steadfast, concerned with taking care of people and keeping them safe, meticulous in accomplishing responsibilities, reluctant to open up to strangers and can seem standoffish while actually being a highly people-oriented and very observant of the feelings of others, strives to create order at home and work, likes to work alone. Yeah, I get all that. I guess it's Wolverine, Samurai Wolverine instead of Berserker Wolverine, I guess is what's going.
Who is Luke Cage?
Luke Cage is Power Man. Actually,
Who is Power Man?
Luke Cage.
Who is Power Man?
It's Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
He's got a series coming on Netflix.
Is it Power Girl the one with like the really low cut shirt?
No relation. She's DC.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is Marvel. Thank you very much. It's funny, Luke Cage and Iron Fist teamed up for a long time, and they're still working companions. So, interesting.
All right.
Interesting.
All right. Iron Fist, Hawkeye, Wolverine.
Okay, before we get to the final one, anyone who's listening, please go to the Star Wars quiz because the photograph they're using for Chewbacca, it's obviously not Peter Mayhew in the mask. It's like they just slapped it on some guy or a coat rack or something, and it's really creeping me out.
No, they did. They took a snapshot of either the Step Brothers the movie scene or they hijacked a Bigfoot website and just grabbed a snapshot there.
No, you know what it is? It's when it's his reaction to Luke kissing Leia.
Is it like that's kind of gross, or is it more of a anger?
No, it's gross. I can't believe I'm seeing this with my own two Wookiee eyes.
If you wanted to see Chewbacca weirded out, this is the picture of Chewbacca.
If you think about it, like a Wookiee watching two humans kiss would be like us watching two slugs kiss. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Chewie's like, turn the hose on them. They're at it again.
By the way, okay, looking at the other Star Wars personalities here. Okay, Wicket is the representative for the performer. Isn't that kind of offensive? Like, dance for me, monkey. Like, are they basically saying that Wicket is like one of those monkey grinder wearing the little fezzes getting money? Is that what they're trying to say?
He's outgoing and friendly and fun-loving.
Dance, Wicket, dance. You know, I just
there's a little person in that thing.
Yeah.
And because of that, he's likely to be the center of the attention.
Mm-hmm.
And why is Jar Jar Binks the provider? The only thing he's providing is a lot of rolled eyes and.
Well, wait, it also says that he's popular, and
oh dear God,
that can't be right.
Well, see,
that is so not right.
The problem with this poster is there's 16 types, and you got to spread the wealth. That's why they have both women on there.
All both women.
But okay, if like one of the traits of the provider is that he's popular, then they should have had Boba Fett on there because he's like the most popular character in the.
Wait a minute, they're missing a woman.
Who?
They're missing Anakin's mom.
She's
Twilight
missing.
gets eaten.
She's
the provider.
She is the missing. That's the one personality trait.
And what about the dancer in Jabba's palace that had 3 tits? Where's she?
Wrong franchise, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Can you say tits? I don't think you can say tits. I think tits has to be bleeped out.
Okay. We call them cans or jugs.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Space cans. Right.
Besides, she wasn't a dancer. She wasn't a dancer. She was a prostitute.
Why is Padme Armadillo called the Giver? What's that?
Armadillo. Armadillo.
Warning, likely to die if her heart is broken.
Well, how is that a giver?
She's just fragile. She's fragile. And she's also the one that gives birth. So she's giving.
Yeah.
She gave birth to Luke and Leia. So
and then
she gave birth to a franchise. She gave birth to A New Hope. Okay.
All right, there you go.
I hate the prequels. And why is Qui-Gon a champion? He died. He failed.
He fought 3 battles and died in the last one.
Yeah,
but he was a champion of Anakin.
Yeah, but look how that turned out.
By being the champion for Anakin, he set it up for everybody to lose.
Wait, it doesn't indicate that just because you're a champion of anything means that you're successful. It means that you're successful at the immediate.
Excited by new ideas, but
Not
tend to get bored with
necessarily long
details.
term. Yeah.
Yeah. I found Anakin, and then I died.
Get bored with the details. That's right. That's right. So, all right, enough of the delay. Enough of the delay. Stop holding out. We know. Come on, let's hear what you got. What's your score?
Give it.
Yeah.
You guys are not going to believe this, but
I probably will, actually, but okay.
I'm coming out of the closet, and
Is there an X in one of them?
I too am a C3PO.
Really?
Ooh, okay.
Are you serious?
I am completely serious. I am an ISFJ C3PO.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm pissed off because I've hated C3PO for years. Does this mean that I hate myself? Is this what this means?
Yes, that would make total sense.
Maybe I'm just angry because I'm kind of looking at all of the examples. Okay, you got C3PO, you got Samwise Gamgee. There was this other list in a different page that we're linking to. Here are some other ISFJs, C3POs. You've got Dr. Watson from Sherlock Holmes. You got James Wilson from, House.
Well, it's
you
the
got
same, yeah.
Bill from King of the Hill. I mean, these are all people that are like, they're all sidekicks, which would explain why I was a bass player in a rock band. I've been a sidekick my entire life.
Hey, at least you weren't Uncle Owen.
That's true. But Ben, I know exactly what you're talking about. We're kind of the Scotties of the universe.
C3PO has no genitals. He's like a eunuch. I don't want to be that.
Well,
Well, Brian, I don't know about you, but I'm quite happy to be Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Then I think that something's off with my chart because I looked at others as well, and Niles Crane, Winston Zedmore. I mean, come on. Well, and that's me. I'm seeing myself leaping from the page, reading them. If anyone watches Downton Abbey, okay, raise your hand. No, I know one of you is. Mr. Bates from Downton Abbey. When I watch Downton Abbey and I see Sad Sack, Mr. Bates dragging his sorry ass back and forth around that Downton, or around that Abbey, I want to take him behind the shed and cave his skull in with a rock. And he is me. He is me.
That's so INFJ.
So I also looked up some other traits that are typical for mine and I guess Dave's condition, the ISFJ. And here are some other fun facts. And I think I'm a little bit angry because I'm agreeing with it. Okay. The ISFJ provider, they are more likely than average to experience chronic pain. Check. That's me. Okay. Let's see. Among types most likely to suffer heart disease. Okay, I got that to look forward to.
Yay.
More likely than other types to watch more than 3 hours of TV per day. Big check. Oh yeah.
I'm
Got
watching
me there.
I'm watching TV right now.
Dave, you and I are among the 3 types with the lowest income. Oh yeah. Got me to a T right there. So I'm just like, now I will say this. I really was upset that I was being pigeonholed as a C3PO. I mean, I couldn't stand it. So just for funsies, I took the test over, but this time I answered every question the opposite of how I actually feel.
Ooh, evil opposite repeater.
So yeah, so in theory, I was thinking that by doing that, it would show me my, nemesis personality, my exact
anti-repeater.
Yes, the anti-C3PO. So the yin to my yang. So I ran the test and I answered every question the opposite of how I actually feel. And you guys are not going to believe this. The answer came out to R2D2.
That'd be an ENTP.
Wow.
How freaking weird is that? I mean,
The inventor.
Opposites attract.
the yin to my freaking C3PO yang is R2D2. And I am not making this up. It was the rational inventor, ENTP. And in the Lord of the Rings, my nemesis opposite is Mary. But I just thought it was weird that I was a C3PO and my exact opposite
Iron Man.
is R2D2.
Yeah. Iron Man, Deadpool, Rocket Raccoon.
That's just freaking weird to me. I don't know.
Also tells me they're pushing Guardians of the Galaxy pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all right.
ENTP.
It's a very
Mary.
Fight Club outcome.
Mary. You're also Mary from Lord of the Rings. Mary, the Hobbit.
Mary the Hobbit. No, I'm not. That's my evil opposite.
Oh, well, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Well.
So I don't know. It might be interesting for you and Brian to answer the questions the exact opposite of how you are.
You know,
They might skew differently because I'm thinking maybe I lean toward C-3PO, where perhaps Slim, you lean toward Palpatine, just to even things out a bit more.
Yeah, there should be more of like
who knows?
Like, are you full on Obi-Wan Kenobi, or do you kind of swing to the left a little?
Right.
bit?
Where does the needle fall?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm a real liner, probably.
I'm still thinking that the personality representatives on the Star Wars scale do not match the person. Like, okay, they say Yoda is the architect. No, he's not. He's the freaking do nothing, la, la, la. I don't see any problems, la, la, la.
In the your all's evil opposite, you've got Black Cat and Spider Woman, so your opposites are hot. Ooh.
Well, of course.
Woo. And Angel's a good looking guy from what I understand. Gambit always seemed kind of greasy to me. I can't.
But Gambit was pretty cool in the Sega Genesis version of the X-Men video game.
Well, that's true. Because he was throwing cars. Yeah.
I know, and they exploded, and it was awesome. But,
well, listen,
yeah, I don't know.
You can take this test for free. We have a website up on the site. You take it and you hit the score button. It'll tell you what you are, and then I guess we'll also have links to these Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, we'll link to all
but wait.
Yeah.
There's also Brian and I. Not only are we Galadriel from Lord of the Rings, but we are also Faramir.
Ooh, yeah.
From Lord of the Rings.
Where are you getting that?
From the TVtropes.org link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The just
more.
for fun examples of Myers-Briggs personalities.
Every person they give you has dreamy eyes. Typical.
Lisa Simpson, dreamy eyes. Obi-Wan Kenobi, dreamy eyes.
Reg Barkley, dreamy eyes.
Yeah.
Dreamy eyes.
Fox Mulder, dreamy eyes.
Fox Mulder. Wait, there was another one.
Whereas Dave and I in our C-3PO club, we have Cleveland Brown, Jiminy Cricket, and Marge Simpson. So
We do have
Cameron Fry, dreamy eyes.
we have Cinderella.
Not really.
Happy Toes.
and we're Miss
Cinderella.
Marple for some reason, Dave. I don't get that at all.
Miss Marple.
We're
Winston Zeddemore.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. Wow.
We're
Would
the
not have
fourth
placed that.
one.
Hey, Dave. Here's someone from. He was Ghostbuster. He went out and he was successful.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave. They give someone for our personality from Game of Thrones. I don't recognize Barristan Selmy. Who's that?
Barristan Selmy. He is.
He sounds like someone on Downton Abbey. Oh, it's Lord Barristan Selmy.
No, he's the old. He is the old knight who gets dismissed.
Figures again.
Yeah.
The freaking sidekick.
He was the guy who towed the line, kept the peace, and basically got kicked out on his rear when that wasn't fashionable anymore.
All right, so go down the list and find out all the worst examples of your score, because right now I'm thinking I think I found the number one for Brian and I, and that's Simon from Lord of the Flies.
Ew. That stings with truth. Ugh.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, hey, Ben and I are Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote. So basically, we're mass murdering old women.
who live in adorable houses.
Oh, that's true. We do have adorable houses with cozies everywhere.
That's nice.
Yes. In fact, why don't we start typing on our typewriters while they go and fight crime?
We'll go commit it and blame somebody else, and they'll go fight it.
Yeah. Anyway, audience, it's all there for you. Learn about yourself. Get to know you.
Get to know you.
Get to know you.
And knowing is half the battle.
Moving on.
The other half involves guns. Lots of guns. Big guns.
Ooh, besties. Enough of this test nonsense. How about some science?
Well, I like science.
Okay. I ran across this exciting news item. Kevin Bacon is even talking about it. I am 1 degree away from Kevin Bacon as far as science updates.
Wow, Terabot's a little bit slow on the
Oh, no problem.
science.
I always gravitate towards news about discoveries that better explain the miracle of life and how we all make our way on this beautiful blue-green marble. So I thought...
Typical behavior from Galadriel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Typical INFJ behavior.
And let me Obi-Wan Kenobi this article for you guys. I thought podcast when I saw the article titled "Dogs Poop in Alignment with Earth's Magnetic Field Study Finds." And this is from PBS. Don't laugh. Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, Barney the Purple Dinosaur. If you do not trust this source, I do not know what to tell you.
Counsel me.
Where does Barney poop? That's what.
Yeah. Listen to this story from the news desk at PBS. Dogs use the Earth's magnetic field when they're relieving themselves. Not only that, but canines choose to do so in a north-south axis, a new study published in the journal Frontiers in Zoology says. Now, the study suggests that dogs are sensitive to small variations in Earth's magnetic field. After examining 70 dogs made up of 37 breeds over 2 years. Now that's 1,893 defecations and 5,582 urinations. Researchers found that under calm magnetic field conditions, dogs preferred to excrete with the body being aligned along the north-south axis, avoiding east-west altogether.
Well, they don't want to get the sun in their eyes.
Preferred by what percentage? I mean... Is there...
There is science backing this up. Please don't dispute.
Keep in mind, Brian did not actually do this himself.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
okay.
just repeating what he's read.
This came from the internet.
I can tell. You guys are asking yourself, why do the dogs prefer the north-south axis and avoid east-west?
Well, that is a question.
That was unclear, according to the study. And I will now quote the study using an English accent so it won't sound so goofy.
Oh, please do.
It is still enigmatic why the dogs do align at all. Whether they do it consciously, i.e. whether the magnetic field is sensorial perceived, the dogs see, hear, or smell the compass direction, or perceive it as a haptic stimulus, or whether its reception is controlled on the vegetative level. They feel better, more comfortable, or worse, less comfortable in a certain direction. Now,
Well done.
the scientists write with pen and ink in this report that the findings open new horizons, quote unquote, for further research in organisms' use of magnetic fields for direction, as well as magnetic fields produced by living organisms. Now, they didn't mention a actual percentage, but they do seem to say that that's the way they go. It explains the tearjerker stories we read about dogs finding their way home cross country and jazz like that. But I have to admit that this story has a personal meaning to me. It explains so much about my childhood. It's, well,
What?
it's hard to explain.
Really?
I had
Please
some,
do, Galadriel. What happened in your childhood?
Do.
I had some bathroom issues. There's a video clip someone took when I was 13. It ended up like winning third prize on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Wow.
It's probably on YouTube somewhere. Towerbot, could you scan the web and play that for the guys?
Hang on, he's on it, and...
Come on, the electric parade is starting. Something is really wrong. Do not do this to us again. I can't do this. This isn't right. You promised this wouldn't turn out like Busch Gardens again. You promised. I need to be taken to a hospital. Call security.
It's a magical day in Disney World. We have a freak out in Sector Dopey. That's freak out in Sector Dopey.
Oh, everything's fine, kids. Somebody's been using too much imagination today. Just turn me north. And it'll all be okay.
Jesus, he's deceptively strong.
No touching. No Touching! I don't know what's going on in there. Some kid's stuck on the crapper. No son of mine. 372 hours of talk therapy, and now who's wrong, Dr. Kendall? 85% of toilets in America are wrong.
Why does your dad sound like Satan from Chick Track Theater?
I draw from my personal history when
Got it. Okay.
That's awesome.
You know,
I'm sorry, Brian, and I'm sorry I clicked that and retweeted it a couple hundred times. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, now the news has proven that I am in the right here.
I'm sorry I devoted an entire blog to it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I see this as good news because it's like this is going to help people when they're lost in the in the woods because all they got to do is find some dog, find some dog shit, and it's always going to be pointing north. So you can use that to find your way out of the woods and back into civilization, right?
Unless it's curly.
It's going to be like the North Star, only it's dog poop, right?
You know, when Brian told me about this, so I looked it up myself, and I have a dog, and I've been kind of noticing now, and damned if she doesn't do that. I didn't know that direction was north, and I got out of the compass, and son of a gun.
So wait. I have a question to ask. So does that mean what you're saying is that the animal in question will orient their body lengthwise to north-south?
They'll point north or south, I suppose.
A canine compass, if you will.
I think it's because they feel the earth moving, and they don't want to get dizzy. Right?
Well, otherwise they would spray their whatever.
Or maybe the magnetic field helps it go like a railgun.
Oh,
yeah. Well, no, that would mean that their aft would have to be pointing in the northern hemisphere toward the north and then the southern hemisphere toward the south, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying it's exactly like a railgun. I'm just saying the concept is,
There's an alignment there.
Alignment, yes.
Does this involve ley lines? I mean, are we... How... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this
the
one.
latest of Frontiers in Zoology to get the full details.
Okay. All right. I'm checking out the Frontiers in Zoology right now.
I still think this is good news. Dave, the next time you go camping, be sure to have your dog. And if you get lost in the woods, just wait until nature calls and you can set your compass to it.
Oh, and I'm actually looking at the Frontiers in Zoology page or article 10.80. Or is that when it came out? Maybe that, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, sure. Just check out page 2, and there is a nice little illustration there to show orientation, alignment.
Total data, 0%, 0.1 to -2. What? I don't understand. Analysis of dog body alignment during defecation.
Well, you're not in this field.
No, I really am not. I'm way out of my element here.
You're not a dog. You're not a dog poopologist.
It's not just a ruler and a pile of dog crap. There's some science involved.
Exactly. There's compasses and protractors.
It's involving mean vectors and deviations and confidence intervals.
Oh, they do have the breeds. There are a lot of dachshunds.
I tell you what, if I try to defecate with a confidence interval deviation, I am in trouble.
Now you know how I feel, buddy.
I think, after the podcast, we all probably typically go visit the little podcaster's room. We should take a compass with us, figure out which way is north, try to go in that direction, see if it makes a difference,
Well, you can't, I don't know how you go, but I kind of got to go with the toilet.
Yeah, I'm kind of vertical, really.
To get some pulleys and, some ropes and just make yourself a little harness where you can kind of turn yourself in the right direction and just see if it makes the experience that much better.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ben. I'll tell you what. You do it, and I'll sign your time card.
This is okay. See, this is exactly what a protector C3PO would try to get you to do.
See, I hold mine for at least 3 or 4 podcasts. You know, I wait until we've...
That explains why you're missing for that 5th podcast.
And my bit always points north, so it totally makes sense. Okay.
And besties, if you're reading the study, page 11 says it all.
Oh, wait, page 11.
Page 11.
Why don't you spoil that for us?
It's a visual aid.
Oh, okay.
Right, it is.
All right, good. I didn't want to read. Okay.
It says figure 5. Body orientation in dogs during defecation or urination was measured as a compass direction of the thoracic spine between scapulae towards the head. And then they have a little illustration of a doggy doing his doo-doo, and there is the compass.
A doggy is very straight alignment, I must say.
Maybe they do it to help the birds fly south. Like birds are able to see where all of the piles of dog crap are, and they sort of like line them up, and it creates like a dotted line for them to follow on their way down to South America or wherever it is that they go.
Interesting. Dogs are helpful.
Science is easy.
Speaking of science, can we move along now? I gotta get something off my chest.
Let's move along.
Really?
All right, C3PO, let's see your bits.
Bigfoot Roundup. Ay-ya-ay-ya.
Okay,
Excellent.
I'm not sure why you're playing that theme. I don't have anything.
Oh, I do.
I am really excited.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay, repeater. We're in the trucks taxi here, right?
Oh, yes.
What taxi are we in?
This is the Trust.
Oh, okay.
Well, we are.
We're going to drive the Trust taxi right into the Trust tree. That's how solid we are.
We're going to drive the Trust taxi into the Trust gas station.
That's right. Well, the ISFJs are in the Trust taxi. I don't know where the INFJs are.
Well, we're in the gas station.
Oh, okay.
Probably checking out the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Ooh, and churros.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Ben, I know you're wanting to find Bigfoot, and I know you're the resident expert here.
Well, yeah, and I should point out, audience, that for professional reasons, I don't believe in Bigfoot in relation to this podcast. What I believe in the privacy of my own home is another matter. But yeah, okay, yes.
I am so damn sick to death of Bigfoot shows.
What? Really?
I can't take it anymore. I cannot take it. I literally cannot take it.
What do you mean, man?
Wait. I have a question. Is this something that he's been forcing you to watch?
No, but I try to stay up. I want to join in the conversation.
You're keeping abreast of the
Hey,
latest news of the
C3PO,
Bigfoot.
you don't have to cover for your fellow Golden Bro. Yes, Kentucky Slim. I kind of make him watch all this stuff.
I'm familiar. I'm fluent in 9 million forms of communication, but Bigfoot ain't one of them. By God.
That's good.
So anyway, the straw that broke C3PO's back on this was the new Spike Show $10 million Bigfoot bounty.
You didn't like that? I loved that.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. What channel is that on? First of all,
Spike TV.
Okay.
And Dean Cain is sporting a goatee to hide his appearance so no one will recognize him for being on the show.
Exactly. He looks like the evil Superman.
Or Doctor Strange.
Or Zod or something. I don't know. Yeah. Basically, the premise of this show is they took 10 two-people teams out to Washington State Forest to come back with evidence of a Bigfoot. And whoever does gets $10 million.
I see some problems with that, but okay, go ahead.
And it's also a competition, so one team gets voted off each week based on the quality of the evidence that they bring back.
So each team has to fake the best evidence, right?
Yeah, this is basically a car crash of several different shows that all of which suck. So the resultant melange of crap is just crap.
But Slim, you have your finger on the pulse of the issue right now, because I too watched this episode, and the people who got kicked off, the group that didn't find nothing, out of here! You don't belong on this show. Go home.
Yeah,
that's right. That's exactly what I was figuring.
Yeah, the teams come back, and 5 of them, I think 5, I'm pretty sure half of them came back with various forms of crap. Really, crap. Literal poop.
Okay, so they had poop in their hands.
Well,
Hey, hang on. I think we should set up a little bit. Like the premise of the show is each team has to go out overnight.
They're going out overnight
and bring back tangible evidence to their on-staff scientists. And
all right, they're bringing back real world evidence.
Yeah, real world proof. And so they've got all night to go out there and get some kind of DNA or a photo or a piece of it or something.
Or cast.
They couldn't psychically connect with Bigfoot. They had to actually bring.
You have to have
something.
tangible evidence.
Yeah, and whoever has the worst evidence, they get kicked off for that episode. So it's like a competition. And
they're kicking the scientific method in the nuts just from the get-go.
And the best part is at base camp, they have an empty 9-foot tall cage. It's got a big padlock and
old timey padlock.
Yeah, it's got this old timey padlock, and they're just waiting to put the beast in there because they're gonna find him by gun. But
that sounds delightful. I like the idea of this show. It's so ridiculous. It's like watching Evel Knievel jump the Grand Canyon, which didn't happen.
Okay, but anyway, sorry, Dave.
I actually programmed TowerBot with some clips. Ben, you can set this up better than I can. The guy with the Bigfoot steak guy.
Oh yeah, Polly, do you remember Justin Smeja? He was the guy who was the Sierra Kills guy, who was the bear hunter.
Justin Smegma. I know.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
He was the guy.
How could I forget him?
Yeah. For the
shiny complexion, smells odd.
For the audience who may not know, he was this bear hunter who claims that he was up in the mountains and the truck took a curve in the road and there was a big Chewbacca looking thing waving its arms as if to say, no, go back. And the hunter stuck his gun out and shot him. And then
the clip will tell his story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Just you've set him up. Okay. So here is he in his own. They asked the group, has anybody ever seen a Bigfoot? And this is what he came up with.
I've shot and killed 2 of them.
Can you tell me about it?
I was bear hunting. I was with my buddy. We're out there. It's just a normal day. We saw something. So I shot it. And we look over and we see 2 little ones, maybe about yay high, come out of the brush. And so we take off after them. I decided that I was going to kill one of the little ones, just for proof. So I shot it in the neck. Didn't die right away, but it died.
Did you put it out of its misery? You said it didn't die right away.
I choked it to death.
Oh my God.
The big one, though. Did you lose track of the big one?
Yeah. We never found the big one.
Do you have any sort of samples from this specimen?
Hair, blood, flesh, bones.
Has it been analyzed yet?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop right here because he's going to say what the result was, but the question begs, okay, he lost track of the big one. For some reason, it went away. He literally strangled the small one. So why doesn't he have the small one's body? Because he literally had it, he apparently had his hands around its neck.
It just looked too human, I guess.
So anyway, here's the big reveal. He's asked, what the scientific was. Okay, here's the response.
I've shot and killed 2 of them.
And?
Feral human was the most common result.
So feral human.
Yeah.
You can't tell if the human's feral from their DNA. Justin says he sent out a sample and it came back as feral human. There's no such thing as feral human. Feral is just a behavior. So if Justin killed a feral human, he actually killed a human and he's committed murder.
See, I know you're sick of the Bigfoot shows, but I like that. I like that scientist.
It's not Bigfoot that I'm sick of. It's the shows. I mean, did you hear the music, the interstitial music? Dum, 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 ding.
I know, that was my favorite part.
I was actually going to ask if we can do the podcast from now on with that type of music playing in the background.
No, because it'll melt down TowerBot. You can't hit that many stings.
Next episode, it will be chock full of drama and suspense based on just the music. We'll probably be talking about crocheting, but it'll be dun 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 dun.
Did you do a cross stitch? Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
that's the plan. That's what we're doing next week.
But here's the thing. Okay, and this was the first episode, and they had during the season of this season of $10 million Bigfoot Bounty, they have like cuts of like the shows coming up. Okay, listen and see if this doesn't sound more like Housewives of Inbred County.
This season on $10 million Bigfoot Bounty.
There's $10 million at stake if any of you can provide definitive DNA and visual proof of Bigfoot.
It's fine, but all we need now is good picture evidence, and that $10 million Bigfoot Bounty is as good as ours. Nobody else can track like we track.
This is me going to battle.
We're about trying to find a monster out in the woods. It's a 7-foot hill stride. He's using his knuckles.
Females seem to attract Bigfoot more.
I brought the pheromones. What did you bring?
7 years of experience of hunting.
We're using Kristen and Shani as bait. If they were on their period, that would be awesome.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, dear Lord, no.
It's so intriguing.
Excuse me, I'm talking here.
I'm talking too.
There is a Bigfoot in the area.
There's something over there in the bushes.
Did you guys hear whatever's walking around in there?
Yeah, what'd you hear? You need to learn to stand there with your mouth shut while grown folks is talking.
We're here to play a game just like everybody.
We're in a game. This is our lifestyle, and we've been doing this for years.
Me too, I've been hunting for years.
There was a tall black thing that would...
Standing upright.
It looked like it was tall.
Like a person.
We've had a possible sighting.
You guys are alive. We film what we believe is a Bigfoot.
Oh God, that's so stupid.
So you had it with Bigfoot shows, huh?
I'm going to go ahead. Spoiler alert! I'm going to go ahead and reveal the big reveal of this season of $10 million Bigfoot Bounty.
Yeah.
They don't find anything.
How do you know?
They won't find anything.
Maybe they're waiting for the end to reveal that they got it. Why would they have that giant cage with the old timey padlock and the chains just waiting if they're not going to put a Bigfoot in it?
You know that moment when Geraldo Rivera opened up the big vault?
Yeah.
With Al
Capone's treasure,
treasure in it.
Where they built it up for 2 hours and then opened up and was there a bottle and a pair of shoes?
There was no back on the vault.
I watched it too, and I was really laughing because they're making it into a competition, and the whole time they were like, "Come on, we only got 2 more hours. We got to find something. We have to find something now." And I was thinking, like, people have been looking for Bigfoot for over 50 years, and they got to find something in 2 hours.
See, those other people weren't motivated like these people are.
I know. They didn't have a deadline, People operate much better on a deadline.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what they've been missing.
That's just science right there.
But so they were so desperate to bring back any kind of evidence so that they could still be in the competition the following week. Just about every other person brought in what they said was Bigfoot poop. They were literally bringing in shit,
Not figurative, literal.
Literally bringing in shit. And each time the legitimate scientist said, well, this is obviously blah, blah, blah. This is blah, blah. Like none of it was like.
He seemed disappointed in them.
And so.
I can't believe you brought me this.
This
is cat poop.
Is each episode going to be them just bringing in the show should be called Finding Shit.
Because they're actually going to do that. So
yeah,
you will eat that cat poop.
And it's like, okay, so they cannot say the phrase "we ain't found shit" because that's all that they're finding is shit. So I'm sorry, Tarby, you're going to have to beep all this.
No, he's actually taking a smoke break.
Okay, at the top, maybe we should say, "Hey, there's some party language here," but one team gets voted off every week based on the quality of their evidence, and the one team that got voted off, it's because they didn't bring in anything, and their justification was, we're not going to waste your time by bringing you worthless shit.
Get off this show! How dare you!
You're undermining the entire show.
I mean, they were pointing at everybody else's evidence that was sitting on the table, which was basically a table full of shit. And they were like, we're not going to bring you low grade, nothing evidence. We're not going to waste your time. And for being honest, they were kicked off.
They were asked to leave.
Wait a minute. What happens at the end of the season?
I don't know.
Everyone has been voted off except for one.
He had the best shit of
We're talking premium. We're talking premium shit here.
Yeah, exactly.
The good shit is what we're talking.
What exactly does that mean? Does that mean that that
his Bigfoot is voted to be most Bigfooty
by the Bigfoot experts who have studied and trained Bigfoots in their laboratory?
but Conduit, you are absolutely right. I mean, the Bigfoot shows are kind of like the ghost shows were back in the aughts, you know, exactly. And they keep trying to make them more and more personality driven and like competition, and they're basically wanting to see fights.
Well, see, the thing is, with the ghost shows, at least they were different kinds of ghosts with different stories or, you know, different locations. Here, it's a bunch of people in the woods, same story. We thought we saw something. Oh, we saw something. Let's howl at it. Let's beat on some trees. Oh, we didn't find anything. Maybe next time.
Here's our proof. A big pile of shit.
Yeah. I mean, if they took it to the next level, like, and used that whole, Bigfoot as an alien crossover, you know, they could tie it into Area 51 and...
Oh, they actually did. One of the teams, I'm not kidding, they used a special device to try to pique the curiosity of the Bigfoot. They had one of those...
Let me guess, it was an EMF meter.
No, even better, it was one of those light up sound effect lightsaber toys.
What?
And, yeah.
Did they find me?
I believe it was Darth Vader's lightsaber.
Okay. Well, it's hard to say. It was in night vision, so it was hard to see the color.
You know, he turned it on.
They used it in what way? I don't understand.
He started to wave it around, saying that it was something different, and it would pique the Bigfoot's curiosity, and they would come near them to see what the hell is going on. And if everything goes according to plan, shit their pants. Good evidence for them to bring back to the scientists.
Wow, I can't believe we're discussing this. Okay.
In one team, in fact, the Justin Smeha Sierra Kills murderer guy,
Justin Smegma,
he found a cave. So obviously it was Bigfoot's cave.
Obviously.
He was like, so he ran back to the scientists like,
is that who makes those things? I had no idea.
I found Bigfoot's cave.
Apparently, only big feet make caves. You know? It has nothing to do with the traveling of water underground or
no.
It's Bigfoot's cave. It's totally Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, Conduit. I know you're sick of it.
Yeah, I think is one of those moments where the soul cries enough. Just that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, Brian, is this how your soul feels when you see those Transformer movies? Are you like, oh, no more?
Now you understand how I feel.
Where you've had all the light and joy beaten out of your heart.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Much like a planet or world suddenly crying out in anguish and being suddenly extinguished.
Oh, what a very Obi-Wan Kenobi thing to say. Yeah, Brian, this is how I see you. You're sitting in the theater. The trailer comes on for Transformers 6, the oil of Saturn or something, and you're sitting there and you're watching it and, you're like, I could go and see this and experiencing it, but I know I'm going to be disappointed. So I'm just going to stay here and remain Galadriel. And there, I passed the test, right?
Yeah. I haven't enjoyed a Transformers movie in a long time.
Not since it was a cartoon in the 80s.
Long time.
All right. So I think we talked about poop enough.
Well, okay. So I guess we're kind of done with Bigfoot because we got the insane redneck who is saying that he's found it. So there's no point in even kind of going on anymore. And, the $10 million thing is going to find. So what are we going to talk about now?
Kristen Stewart's making a romantic remake of 1984.
Will
that do?
Are you browsing Variety during the podcast? What's going on?
Wait.
No, I just pulled that out of my head.
Remind me who Kristen Stewart is.
She's that really bored vampire girl in Twilight.
Line.
Oh, right.
Line.
Wait, so are you serious? Is she really doing that?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be here with you, Edward.
She's doing a romantic version of 1984.
Oh my God, Edward, even though you are dead, you make me feel so alive.
It's the report I found online says the movie is called Equals. Equals is an adaptation of the 1956 film 1984, which itself was based on George Orwell's classic novel about rebellion in a futuristic society. There's so much wrong with that sentence.
Okay, they're going to base the movie not on the book, but on the movie of the book.
The book,
Yeah.
right?
So the screenwriters couldn't be bothered to read the book. Just like every single high school student, they're like, I'm not going to read the book. I'm just going to watch.
But I saw this great black and white movie, which makes them immediately, have more cachet with the person they're sitting next to.
I think you mean cashy.
That's a cereal, isn't it?
So
if not, it should be.
So. Yeah. Romance, huh?
See, we can talk about this next week since we don't have Bigfoot's poop to kick around anymore.
Is there at least like a preview, or is it in production?
It's in production. It has. I don't know. They've actually filmed anything yet. Just set with the anticipation.
All right, I'm not. That's the sort of thing that I would love to see, actually. And love to hate.
Well, get ready to hate watch
Typical INFJ.
Yeah.
Well,
always looking for
but I would only share it with my, favorite special people.
other INFJs. So you and Brian are going to the
your little band of Galadriels here.
No, as long as you have the word loyal in your descriptor, I think I'd be all right with that.
Okay, we're all good then.
Was there a Star Trek chart?
Well, if there is, I'm Reg Barclay. I am Guinan. What? If you're so inclined.
Hang on. Yes, there is.
Oh, I found one. All right. Who the hell am I?
We are Beverly Crusher and Chakotay.
Burn! Double burn!
Oh my God. I barely typed in Star Trek and it auto-populated to Star Trek Myers-Briggs.
You two are Benjamin Sisko. The counselor isn't Deanna Troi.
I love Sisko.
Yeah, screw you. just screw you.
Look what this test has done to us.
I know.
We're not closer.
It's tearing us apart.
If only there was a counselor to... Hey. You two are falling apart on your job, man. I'm on strike. Strike. Come on, Ben. Let's go strike.
Striking.
Strike.
Sign my time card.
Sign our time card.
No.
C3PO's on strike. C3PO's on strike.
Hell no. We won't podcast. Hell no.
Yeah.
We won't
That's
podcast.
it. Well, I don't know. I kind of enjoy being an INFJ.
It's not so bad when you've got a friend to go through this journey.
I know, right?
Typical Cisco behavior.
Screw you.
You're damn right.
That's right.
Emissary this.
What we should do is take this zoology report and apply it to Bigfoot droppings, and we could be $10 million richer by the end of the season. What do you think?
Find out, or perhaps find out which personality types align themselves to the, magnetic poles.
Typical Cisco thinking.
So what's a Bigfoot? Is Bigfoot STJ?
In Harry Potter, you and I are freaking Neville Longbottoms.
What? We're not even
Bigfoot
Hermione?
is an ISFP.
Okay.
Bigfoot is an INSA. It doesn't exist. Sorry.
I'm pulling that out. But Bigfoot are a complex blend of empathetic and realistic. Bigfoot is kind, thoughtful, and affectionate with those that Bigfoot knows well. Those strangers may find Bigfoot reserved. When Bigfoot is comfortable, Bigfoot can be quite humble and gentle with others. But when threatened, Bigfoot tends to shut down. Bigfoot adapts well to the needs of others without compromising Bigfoot, achieving peace and usefulness with Bigfoot's environment. Bigfoot is very down to earth.
It sounds like that you are Bigfoot, Bigfoot not like crowds. Bigfoot solitary.
Bigfoot faithful. Bigfoot sensitive.
Bigfoot like pretty lady.
Bigfoot need to go poop in woods for TV show now.
Which way north?
Which way north?
Bigfoot better suited to be massage therapist.
Bigfoot wasting his degree.
Literature degree no good in woods.
Bigfoot found good career as alcohol and drug addiction counselor.
Bigfoot think Dean Cain okay. Him not go Hollywood.
Hey, Bigfoot want to know if Dean Cain can't get him Terry Hatcher phone number.
Hope you carbon-based units enjoyed this episode. If you did, do us a solid and rate us on iTunes. If you'd like to spout a half or fully baked opinion, email us at towergram@gmail.com or call us at 502-286-9372 or 502-2-Tower-2. Tower of Technobabble is sponsored by Panorama Creative Group. Y'all come back now, you hear?
You ready?
Yeah.
Places, people, places.
Brian, are you ready? Are you recording, Brian?
Yes, I am. I'm basking in the chemistry that you guys always exhibit.
This is the sound.